I think with hindsight, it turned out to be an incredibly humanitarian gesture, particularly in light of the Holocaust and what happened. And, there
But
was...
which may not have been the intention at the time.
No,
or at least
but
not the whole intention.
No, I think that's right. But you've got to divide these things up into various historical sections. And the first one was the Russian pogroms and the fact that you had Jews being persecuted all over the place. I mean, there is no other race, religion that has been hounded out of what it considers to be its home of origin, being the Holy Land, or their adopted homes, be it in Russia or Morocco or Iraq, all the Baghdadi Jews, Alexandria, all the North African countries had thriving Jewish communities. They gradually got driven out. There was an impetus to try and find somewhere for them. But I think if you were sitting around the cabinet table in those days and you had all the other confluences going on, plus the Zionist push, you would have said, let's give them something. Let's send an expression of support. And that was really what this letter is. I mean, I even heard, I was at something this morning and somebody read out a thing saying, made the promise of a state for the Jewish people. That is not what it says. I think one's just got to see it in the context that here was a fairly empty land, which Arthur Balfour, all his cabinet colleagues would have been in those days, Lloyd George particularly. We were brought up on the Bible. We were immersed in all the Old Testament books. And therefore, it was, in a way, perfectly natural. That was how we were brought up to believe that the Jews would return to the Holy Land. And I think that was certainly was very influential with Arthur.